Did you know your interior design style reflects your personality? Well, there are several different interior design styles, and learning about them will help you incorporate the right one into your space efficiently. In this video, I'll be discussing 10 of the most common design styles. There are several others, but I'm going to leave this for another video. So yes, let's get right into it and figure out what works best for you. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Faazati Ali and I'm an interior designer who's always giving the best tips on how to make your space look stunning. Apart from that, I do DIYs and give affordable ideas on how to create your own home decor pieces. I also paint, so feel free to hit that subscribe button. I upload videos every single week. Let's get right into today's video. First interior design style I will be discussing will be the contemporary design style, and this is simply defined as current because it's usually the most modern and the most current style during a particular time. So yes, it's pretty sleek and fresh, and most time contemporary design style evokes feelings of simplicity, subtle sophistication, use of textures, and clean lines. Generous use of concrete, stone, and clear or opaque glass should also be considered when choosing to go with the contemporary design style. Most times you'd find large windows. They hardly put drapes or curtains. They're usually pretty bare. That is something you should consider. The other thing you should consider is the style of furniture, and you want to make sure you're going with simple and bold and avoiding curved lines. Also in this style, your color palette is going to be mostly neutral. You can add bold colors, but only when it comes to the accessories. Contemporary design style showcases a lot of space rather than objects, so you do not want to clutter your space with a lot of different things. Make sure to keep it simple and beautiful. So that is pretty much what we have for contemporary style. If you're the kind of person who likes modern designs, go for it. I personally love contemporary style. I would go for it any day because I think it's just, like I said, sleek and fresh, really beautiful. So you can give that a try. Second interior design style I'll be talking about is the industrial design style. And this style is about proudly showcasing the building materials we usually try to conceal. This design is really beautiful, and it was originated during the manufacturing period. It is all about mechanical creativity, appreciating the raw and unfinished interiors in a gorgeous way that brings style into interiors. This particular style mostly is characterized by exposed concrete, exposed bricks, exposed pipes, exposed beams, unfinished wood materials, and it's actually really beautiful. But when you are considering to use industrial design style, you might want to have an open floor plan because it works best in lofts and studios. Also, you want to consider a color palette that is warm and neutral, and you also want to ensure that your color palette matches the raw materials that you're using for a completely aesthetic industrial look. Furniture for industrial design is supposed to be simple, without a lot of details. When it comes to like your lamps, you want to go for metal finishes. Your floors can be polished concrete, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Industrial design is really beautiful, and you want to make sure you consider all these factors when putting it together so that it actually looks as great and as aesthetic as possible. So if you love this kind of style, do go for it, and yeah, let's go to the next one. Third interior design style you can consider is the minimalist design style. and just like the name suggests, it's actually minimal. And this style emerged in the 1960s, in the 20th century, and this particular design is usually mostly spacious rooms with very few or minimal amount of furniture in there. The characteristics in this minimalist style is geometric shaped accents, streamlined shaped furniture. You also find big windows, hardly any curtains. They also have a lot of neutral color palettes, and with a lot of light gray and beige and light green and all that. So minimalist style is usually very simple, sophisticated, beautiful, and yet practical. You can never find clutter in this particular space. So if you're the kind of person who likes to keep it simple, you like to avoid clutter by all means, you do not like dramatic spaces, then minimalist style is perfectly fitted for you. Fourth interior design style I'll be discussing is the African interior design style. And I'm actually really excited about this one because I have read several articles before and watched videos before that talked about interior design styles, and this is hardly ever included. So I'm really happy to include it in my list because I feel like it has a lot of richness to offer to interiors. And so let's get right into it, and you will realize that the African interior design style is inspired a lot by nature. You would find very colorful fabric in there too, animal rugs, wild animals, wood carvings, beautiful base masks, and we also have a lot of sculpture, and a lot of wood is also used in this particular design. It is very rich in color, and the color palette is usually mostly from red, orange, ochre, a little bit of cream and beige, and the walls would mostly be cream, clay or terracotta. Be able to come across a lot of historical, vast cultural and historical pieces, the face mask, a lot of wood is used in African culture. It's very, very beautiful, and if you can find the right way to put these pieces together, you're going to have a really, really beautiful space. I feel like a lot of people back off from it because they feel like it can be a little bit too much and too heavy in an interior, because they're thinking, oh, now I'll need sculptures on the wall, and I'll need an animal rug, and I'll need all this wild animal. But it doesn't have to go that far. Just pick specific things and put them together in a nice minimal way, and they'll actually look really good. So the color palette for this particular style is usually from red to ochre to orange, and mostly those warm colors. For the wall, you might want to go with clay or terracotta or cream colors, and that would work really well. So if you're into culture, if you love your culture, if you want to go back to the roots, go ahead, get some of these cultural African pieces, and you can have them in just one particular space in your home. It's still going to look really, really great. So yes, if you love culture, go on and add that African flavor into your space, and you will love it. The fifth interior design style I'll be discussing is the rustic interior design style. This particular style draws its inspiration from nature and raw and unfinished elements. This would include wood, metal, stones, iron, rusted metals, natural fabrics like cotton and wool, animal rugs, and all these other different kind of things. This particular style appreciates nature, and it's usually like bringing nature from outside to the inside. It's really beautiful, usually very warm, and it creates, most times the color palette is usually full of earthy tones, so it makes it even more, warm and beautiful and all that. This particular style feels honest, bold, and bluntly real. A good rustic interior design would find balance between rough and comforting. This style highlights authentic beauty of natural materials. So if you love nature and you want to have a piece of that in your home, go ahead and go for rustic design style. The sixth interior design style we're going to be discussing is the Scandinavian interior design style. And this particular one is known for its minimalist color palettes, cozy accents and striking modern furniture. The Scandinavian style actually emerged in the 20th century in the Nordic European countries. This particular style is minimal, it is simple, it is functional, and hardly sacrifices on beauty. So it's a very nice design, simple and gorgeous. And you'd find that in this particular design, the walls are mostly white colored, and this is because from where it emerged in those particular European countries, they experience a lot of winter, so having white walls always ensured that the rooms felt bright. The other thing we have in this particular spaces is a blend of linen sheets, wool blankets, and a small collection of accent colors. We often have ceiling pictures or lamps to make a statement. Color palette in this particular style are just light, muted colors, as you can see in the pictures, and of course you're going to use also very simple accents. The space is usually super decluttered, very nice and clean, and so if you're the kind of person who likes a simple design style, very bright, beautiful, you can always go for the Scandinavian design style. The next interior design style we'll be discussing is the Glam interior design style. And this style is really interesting to me too because it blends an airy and upscale feel with luxurious fabric, sparkly metal, mirrors for a refined, elegant looking space. I feel like a lot of ladies like this particular style because it's very luxurious and very beautiful. To achieve this particular look, go heavy on glistening metals, mirrored finishes while peppering in marble, fur, velvet and satin to create an air of extravagance. This is usually quite a luxurious aesthetic, and you might want to add stuff like sparkly side tables, oversized mirrors, crystal chandeliers, glitzy wall arts, and all that stuff. It's usually a little over the top but super beautiful and just gives that feeling of elegance and luxuriousness. So if you love this particular style, go for it, and yeah, your space will definitely look amazing and everybody who walks into that space will always be wowed. Our next style is the Zen interior design style, and this is a Japanese style that embodies minimalist philosophy, making use of natural elements, light patterns and space, and declutter of that particular space. This particular style usually makes a home quite relaxing, contemplative, always creates a visual balance and harmony. It sets energy free in a space and removes almost all obstacles. The materials that are mostly used in this particular design style are bamboo, stone or stripped plank floors. Matte white or soft neutral walls would be what you would find in the color palette. This particular sign is so beautiful and simple, and everything blends into a relaxing symmetry, and that gives so much balance and such a peaceful vibe. And that is why if you want to find peace and you want to go Japanese, Zen mode would be the way to go. Find that peace, create that relaxing environment for yourself, and I bet you will love it. The next interior design style we're going to be talking about is the traditional interior design style, and this particular style is inspired by the 18th and 19th century European decor. It is a timeless style that exemplifies elegance and comfort. This particular style is perfect for those who love antiques, classic art pieces, symmetry, and design elements that are rich in history. The color palette in this particular design are usually dark and rich colors, and you would find a lot of wood such as mahogany, cherry, walnut, and so much more. The furniture pieces in traditional interior design style are usually consisting of heavy furniture pieces, claw-foot tables, buttoned or tufted armchairs, carved wood, and metallic details. You would also find a lot of high-end upholstery, which would include velvet and of course leather. Elegant furnishings would definitely be part of this style, and this would be the candle holders, the china, the classic lamps, mirrors, cornices, sconces, chandeliers, heavy curtains and drapes, and so much more. On top of all that, we would also see a lot of architectural detailing in the interiors. This would include the crown moldings, columns, wood paneling, built-in cabinetry, and symmetry is paramount in this particular design. So the traditional interior design style is very beautiful. It's rich in a lot of texture, a lot of color, and it is just downright timeless and gorgeous. So if you want to go for this particular style, go for it. The last interior design style I'll be discussing in this video is the Bohemian interior design style, also known as boho. This particular style is full of life, culture, and interesting items. A lot of times, the people who like the Bohemian style are usually unconventional people, and this would be constant travelers, maybe an author, maybe an artist, maybe this kind of people just really love this particular style. If you are a free-spirited person and you love bright patterned multicultural layers and elements, then Bohemian style is definitely for you. It is very unique, colorful, and quite dramatic. It goes with pops of different colors and patterns, and you can mix and contrast different patterns, shapes, scales, and styles. People who love a lot of drama in their kind of spaces, or just love to have different patterns, because it doesn't follow any kind of rule like you should just go with patterns, or you should just go with this color, or only this color can be mixed with this color. Bohemian style, it's literally breaks all the rules and goes with everything. It's the complete opposite of something like minimalist. You want to go with less is more. But on the other hand, Bohemian style goes with more is everything, I think. So if you like that kind of style, it's usually very fun, very joyful, and it gives this feeling of brightness and cheerfulness and just, free spirit. So if you love that kind of style and would want to try it, go for it. So we have come to the end of this video, and those are the 10 most common interior design styles. I hope you found one that complements your personality, and if you haven't, do not freak out. I'm yet to make another video discussing the other styles that I haven't touched on in this particular video, so stay tuned for that. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and feel free to like, comment, and of course subscribe and share. I'll be really grateful. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. See you guys next week, inshallah. Love you guys so much. Bye bye.